Europe's premier club competition, the UEFA Champions League, resumes this week with some titanic battles in the offing. Who will book their place in the last 8 and continue their quest to lift the coveted big ears in May? Beautiful Goal TV takes a look.
Oh, what a finish!
First up, Sporting versus Man City. Despite their imperious domestic form and dominance in recent years, Pep Guardiola's side are still chasing their maiden European crown, and after defeat to Chelsea in last season's final, appear more determined than ever to put the seal on their greatness. Guardiola remains acutely aware that even though his side have won trophies for fun in England, literally, for his tenure in Manchester to be considered a true success, he needs to achieve what no Man City manager has before: win the Champions League. His recent assertion that his side cannot be considered the best team in the world, but that it was Chelsea who held that title by virtue of their victory over City in Portugal last season, clearly indicates that. Standing in the way in the round of 16 is a formidable outfit from that very country in the form of Sporting, who are appearing in their first UCL knockout tie since 2009. Sporting come into this one in good form, having won 4 of the last 5 games, including an impressive win over rivals Benfica, and currently occupy second place in the Portuguese league, trailing leaders Porto by 6 points, whom incidentally they drew 2-2 with in a thrilling game at the weekend. They qualified from a tough group, finishing behind runaway group winners Ajax and ahead of Borussia Dortmund on goal difference. City meanwhile go into the first leg in menacing form after a 4-0 drubbing of struggling Norwich City at the weekend, in a game where Raheem Sterling looked back to his mercurial best, and City barely got out of second gear. Having topped the group containing PSG and RB Leipzig comfortably, the citizens come into this tie unbeaten in 12 games, with their last defeat coming at the hands of Leipzig on the final day of the group stage. Ruben Amorim's men will provide a stern test, especially in the first leg in Lisbon, but if Pep's side can come away with a few goals, they should progress comfortably. Prediction: Man City to win 6-2 on aggregate. Real Madrid versus PSG. The tie of the round sees perennial European heavyweights and the most successful side in the competition's history pitted against arguably the most overpowered four-line in the competition's history, as Real Madrid take on PSG. All the talk going into this one surrounds how the precocious Kylian Mbappe will fare against what most think will be his future employers, with the Frenchman rumoured to have agreed a pre-contract with Los Blancos last month. Despite Messi still not having found his best form since his move from Barcelona last summer, the Parisian outfit have reasserted their dominance in Ligue 1 and are winning the league at a canter. But, as ever, it is how they fare in the Champions League rather than their farming skills that will determine whether the season is deemed a success or yet another failure. Mauricio Pochettino has struggled to get the best out of the attacking trident of Mbappe, Messi and Neymar on a consistent basis, with the forwards struggling to adapt to the Argentines' demanding pressing game. As a result, they have often appeared stretched in midfield and therefore defensively vulnerable in Europe. But with that being said, Messi has reserved his best performances in a PSG shirt for the Champions League, most notably in his brilliant displays against Man City in the group stage. He, Mbappe and co. will need to be at their very best coming up against the Real Madrid side, who look ominously imperious under Carlo Ancelotti. With Karim Benzema in some of the best form of his life, despite being in the twilight of his career, and Brazilian sensations Rodrigo and Vini Jr. showing signs of maturity with consistently brilliant displays, Los Blancos could well be on their way to yet another European crown. What would that be? 15? 100? Honestly, I've lost count at this point. Ancelotti's men currently occupy top spot in La Liga, and despite their shock defeat to Mino's Sheriff FC, topped Group D with relative ease. They have shown some fragility of late though, losing to Athletic Bilbao in the Copa del Rey and drawing 2 of their last 3 games in La Liga, including the most recent 0-0 draw with Villarreal at the weekend. Ancelotti will be sweating on the fitness of Benzema, with the talismanic Frenchman having missed that game through injury. Should he be available though, it is hard to see PSG having enough defensively to keep Real Madrid at bay, and if Verratti and Co are left exposed by the front 3, the trusted trio of Modric, Kroos and Casemiro should have far too much quality in the middle of the park for Pochettino's side. Add to that the fact that Eder Militao and David Alaba have formed a solid defensive partnership, and the doubts over Mbappe's commitment to the cause into the equation, and it's hard to see anything other than a Real Madrid win over 2 legs. Prediction: Real Madrid to win 5-3 on aggregate. RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich suffered a shock 4-2 defeat away at Bochum at the weekend, a side who they beat 7-0 in the reverse fixture in September, in a result that sent shockwaves through the Bundesliga. That defeat being their second of the year following their 2-1 loss to Mönchengladbach in January would seem to suggest that Julian Nagelsmann's men are a tad more vulnerable than they've been for a while. But they should still have far too much quality and firepower for a Salzburg side who qualified out of a relatively easy group by Champions League standards, containing no former winners, and come into the first leg on the back of a poor performance in a 2-1 defeat to Rapid Vienna at the weekend. Struggling they might be, but Lewandowski and co. should still comfortably progress over 2 legs. Prediction: Bayern Munich to win 6-1 on aggregate. Lastly, Inter versus Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's side take on Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan in an intriguing tie. The Reds have been in impressive form of late, showing no signs of slowing down despite being without Sadio Mane and Mo Salah for a month due to their participation in the African Cup of Nations. The pair will be hoping to put their AFCON final drama behind them and lead Liverpool past an Inter side who have looked far less dominant since the departure of Romelu Lukaku and Antonio Conte this summer. While Inzaghi has demonstrated some tactical dexterity and good man management skills this season and guided Inter to the UCL knockout round, something they failed to do in 2 seasons under Conte, they have not been in the best form of late, as demonstrated by their recent Derby della Madonnina loss to Serie A leaders AC Milan and their lackluster 1-1 draw against Napoli at the weekend. Given Liverpool's impressive recent form, in the absence of their 2 best attacking players, and the form of defensive maestro Virgil van Dijk as well as Diogo Jota banging in the goals, it is hard to look past the 6-time winners as favourites in this one. Prediction: Liverpool to win 4-2 on aggregate. So there you have it, our predictions for the first round of 16 games. But what do you think? Do you disagree with any of our predictions? Let us know in the comments below. After taking a long break, the channel is back with weekly predictions, previews and analysis, so keep it locked on the channel for some awesome new content coming your way soon. Thanks for watching, take it easy, and keep enjoying the beautiful game.
Oh, what a finish!